Dan Solomon was in town, and we were talking about the Olympia. He runs like the Olympia predominantly, and me not competing this year, like I was just talking about in a couple of videos ago. This is the time of year where I'm normally getting ready to start prep and like lock it in and go into it, and this year it's not happening anymore. And I still want to be involved with the Olympia because it was my life for a decade, and I love classic physique, and I want the sport to continue to grow. I want the athletes to, be able to grow and have opportunities like I had in the sport. So we want to have a way to be involved. So we're working on something with Raw and the brands to do something really fucking cool. We're gonna plan a crazy event at the end of this year, and then we're like, why not just do that in conjunction, these big words that I don't know what they mean, with the Olympia and put it all together. So we're going to plan some crazy shit. I'm pushing them to make some changes that are better for the athletes, better for the fans. And, now that I'm not an athlete, I can kind of just say whatever the fuck's on my mind and not really care about anything. And they've been super receptive. They don't know. And I understand what it's like operating a business. It's not as easy as it seems on the outside. The money, the politics, the contracts, the people, the opinions and emotions that go into everything is always hard to make changes. But I do care about the sport and I want it to be better. So they're taking some of my advice. There's a lot of stuff I don't know about, but little things I want to be able to give some input on to still be involved with the Olympia because I love the sport and I want the people to be better who are a part of it. So a lot of cool stuff to come. I'll keep updating you guys as you do, but Olympia this year going to be sick. Might not be competing, but I'm still going to be there in a cool way. So excited for that. More to come. That's all we got.
But like yours will just
Let's
be.
see.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Let me give you a good one.
Justin, aren't they like $400 or something nuts?
I think they're like $4,000. No, I'm kidding. They're like 400 bucks. Right, I know. New swimming goggles.
Whoa!
Tights.
Oh my gosh, he's from the future.
In the Matrix.
I feel like I look like an idiot.
I tried to run at the wall.
Dude, can you see them flashing from the outside?
Barely. It's like very
Yeah,
reflective.
because it goes completely black to light, like back and forth.
You can see it.
So what, my shoulder's supposed to hurt less now?
Oh my god, it's fixed.
Open.
You just gotta wear those all the time.
Yeah, he's all good.
So
So
it's
it's more
supposed to feel
so-
better? It
it's
does
more-
feel a little better.
Does it really? Let's go. So it's more so.
Wait,
And
can the
then-
camera see this?
Yeah. That'd be really good for like this one. Like you feel pain, you put that on and it distracts a little bit, like is the like layman explanation. And then as you're doing it, you're like
Yeah.
it's okay and you can get more range without pain.
Interesting.
Stroke glasses.
In the splits by tomorrow.
You just put them on, slide down like what?
It does look very Matrix vibes. Bringing a leather jacket to work out in. Feeling like a real athlete today. That two-hand dunk is gonna be here by next week.
Set forward. On a posterior day and you're not debilitated in your low back. Whoa!
The healthy lower back.
That's great. That's wonderful. Something's happening. All right, let's go. Last one. 5, 4, 3, 2. Push the heels away and go. 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Good. Fight the top. Fight the top. A little more control. Go. Control. There you go. Going for another. Ready, go. 5, 4. You're gonna go one more and then control. And go. 4, 3, 2, bingo. All right, back extension. And let's go. Hold, then 2. Chest, 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 out, 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 and go. Yep. And go. Dead stop. Chest out, chest out, chest out. And go. Really good. And go. Good, try to maintain this arch, reach the chest, then go. Good. You got another one. Think more DDB and less the back at the top. DDB, DDB, DDB. Good, 2 more. Let's go, finish it out, finish it out. Dead stop, good, 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 good. One more, speed. Ooh, very good. Okay, last set of jumps. That's the most interesting way to get out of that thing.
I don't know what I'm doing.
The body just starts hurting. All right, last set of 15. Here we go. All right, let's go. 15, great height. 14, very good. Yep. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, boom, boom. That's good. 5, 4, get that height. 3, 2, donezo. Good work. Now where's the low back at?
It's like a 5 maybe.
That's great. On a horizontal back extension, that's amazing.
Normally my lower back is cooked after this. All right, so we just wrapped up this posterior chain of my leg day. I've done one other leg day similar to this, but mainly quad focused.
Yep.
Very similar thing. 3 exercises, supersetted with like, et cetera, et cetera. I'll let you explain. What's the intention behind the speed behind the reps,
Yep.
the exercises, everything in this current phase of my training?
Yeah, so we just finished up a whole line of him getting a lot stronger and doing it in contractions that he's not used to doing. This is kind of like, we could almost consider it like a back offset, but in periodization. So this is an accumulation phase. So he's doing something that's very specific for hypertrophy, but because he's transitioning into this like Jack Leet realm to where he wants to be huge and have athletic ability, he did an ascending velocity tricep. So like, you've done a ton of triceps before. This one, the big change is the velocity of the contraction increases each time. So he has a 5-second eccentric, then he has a 2-second eccentric, and then he goes into a jump, which is very, very high velocity, low force. And then when you work backwards, that is high force, low velocity. Velocity is not important for bodybuilding whatsoever. Like, no one cares if you can sprint in your trunks on the stage, but to be athletic, you have to care about those things. So this is like a cool in between, like a marriage of the two worlds. He smokes his posterior chain, like his hamstrings are gonna be smoked, but we did it with kind of like an athletic twist to it, so that when we go into the next phase, he's kind of prepped a little bit more. We're still speaking the same Jack Leet language, but we went to the bodybuilding side of it a little bit more.
Is there any sport that you think would actually intentionally train like this, or this like a, I want to have my cake and eat it too by being jacked and athletic?
No, so this is the thing. This is not like you're some like ideal avatar personality type that's like, oh, you fit into this box, like this is what we do. It's all entirely dependent on the person. Love that, it's all dependent. So we could have like a very skilled football player come in who trains identical to the way you were training for the Olympia. Because maybe hypertrophy, like if they come in at 155 pounds and they got to be 180 pounds so they don't get like bullied on the field, okay, like you need a ton of hypertrophy.
Yeah.
And there might be small changes so that it's more functional hypertrophy, but it could be the same. Or maybe they're already jacked and then it's going to be completely different from this. Low time under tension, they're doing a lot of plyos and sprints. So for you, this is great. We're like very far on the bodybuilding side of things, and we're slowly working our way over to different shades of gray. We're trying to get all the way over here. This was like one step in this direction, still referencing, but foreshadowing where we're going.
Yeah. So if you were like an avatar of like a young athlete who wanted to put on muscle and still like be explosive and sprint and play sports, that's the style of training.
This would be great.
Yeah.
You can't just, there's seasons for it, but you can't always just work with machines and controlled reps and just squeeze. Like you have to at some point in time have a change in velocity. There has to be some form of instability, not like balance on a freaking circus ball, curl something, like none of that stupid garbage. But like him doing a horizontal back extension is less stable than someone doing like a glute kickback. And like for females especially, like if you want to get huge glutes and be athletic, do that kind of stuff. Do like snatch grip RDLs, do the movements that these athletes would do. But yeah, to answer the question, this totally is a perfect marriage of the two.
The Jack Lee.
Jack Lee.
So coming soon.
This is a very general session in the sense that he, like, his hamstrings aren't lacking a ton, nor are his glutes, nor is it like a right versus a left issue. It's like, we generally want to make his hamstring stronger from a knee flexor standpoint. We generally want to make his whole posterior chain stronger from a hip extensor standpoint. And we want to make him be able to contract faster so he has the plyo. So this is one of the least specific, like, problem solving phases. This is like, hey, let's take a break, go on vacation from the athlete training from a little bit. Let's do this so that when we dip back in, we can do it. So if there's any problem per se, it's giving him a different stimulus so that when we come back to the things that are a little bit more athlete intensive, he's actually, like, he has some breathing room and he goes into it and the body's fresh, the nervous system's fresh, so he can get as much adaptation from it as possible. There's a bunch of pre-stuff that he had done, I think is off camera. So, like, he still has his foot stuff and his hip stuff that he's doing, and we're still working in smaller things like for the shoulder rehab. But honestly, like, all that stuff has been progressing a ton. So it's becoming much more secondary and less primary. But yeah.
As a whole workout, this was less taxing. But it was intentionally, this is like a deload, you said.
Yeah.
To not overstress my body. But like doing like 25 sets close to failure of a bodybuilding workout fries your nervous system. But this was getting my heart rate jacked up way more because we were supersetting 3 things at a time.
And it's entirely dependent, like, again, what are you trying to achieve? If you're trying to achieve maximal fiber fatigue, recruitment, and just killing everything, like, that's the name of the game for bodybuilding. That's not the name of the game right now. Like, we want to get in, get out, hit what we're trying to hit, sniper approach, most bang for your buck, and then get out. Like, we don't need to go do 3 auxiliary movements now because, oh, we want to bring up the peak of this and the da-da-da-da. Like, you had your time for that. This is, let's get in, let's get out. You got stuff to do.
Yeah.
So, different season.